Welcome to Ask the Security Guy. I'm your host, Holly Magnuson. This is episode number 72, recorded live on September 1st, 2021. Now, you may notice I'm missing my counterpart, Sean Corman. He was unable to join us today, and we took the idea of the show must go on. And I've had a topic that's been near and dear to me for quite some time. But before I introduce that, just a couple of housekeeping tips. If you're watching live and you have any questions or comments throughout my time with you, go ahead, drop those in the chat. If you're watching this after the fact and you have questions or comments, you can email us at iso@apu.edu. And I would encourage you, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications, and then each time we go live, you'll get a notification and you can join us. So today's topic, one that's near and dear, as I said, and if you are a member of Gen X, you've probably seen this on your favorite social network where you've seen the statement, "Don't accept any friend requests from me. I've been hacked." Um, and as a disclaimer, if you have been that person, there is no shame. We're about education and helping people understand their technology better and understand this world that we live in with phishing attacks and different types of things, like, malware and ransomware and all of that type of stuff. So this is about learning. So if you've seen that, I want to talk a little bit about what is actually going on. So to think about it, if you've been hacked, your Facebook account, for example, has been hacked, the threat, what we call the threat actor, wouldn't need to send out friend requests because he or she is already logged in as you. So keep in mind when you've been hacked, someone has your your login credentials to Facebook or whatever account has been hacked. And that generally will happen through phishing, an innocent looking email, and they actually are capturing your username and password. So that's being hacked. What we are seeing more and more in Facebook, especially, is this idea of what's called spoofing or cloning, where they're creating a new account using your name. And most of the time, they are taking one of your actual pictures and oftentimes your profile picture, even your cover picture, and using that on the new account. And they are able then to start sending out friend requests. And people, innocently enough, will accept that friend request. And all of a sudden, then this new you is sending them messages. Generally, most of the time, they're trying to capture information like, additional information, or oftentimes they're trying to get money out of you. So, hacking, spoofing, most of what we're seeing now, especially in social media, is spoofing. It's much easier. So what to do about it if you are ever spoofed? Well, first off, you know, having your friends, yourself, submit a request to Facebook. In the show notes, there will be some different links of tips and tricks. Even one website that I found that was very useful was the Federal Trade Commission. And they give you an outline of what to do if your account is being cloned or spoofed. So as you think about that, and when if you get that random friend request and you're going, but wait, I thought we were friends on Facebook. When you look at the account that's sending you a request, one of the things you're going to notice right off the bat is there are going to be very few posts. It's going to be a brand new account, and you're like, wait, what's going on here? And I would encourage you, if you get that friend request, contact that friend, go search them in your friends, go to friends on Facebook and search and find them, and then send them a direct message to that account, the one that you know. Because when you look at it, you see lots of interactions. Or if it's someone that you know that doesn't use Facebook a lot and you're getting new friend requests, reach out to them, send them a text, Give them a phone call. Let them know that someone is spoofing or cloning their account and trying to pretend that's them. Um, to protect your information, just like when we talk about hacking and protecting your information and keeping it from being hacked, think about the links that you click on. Um, really look at the text of the email. Does it make sense? Are there typos? If it's coming from Facebook, Facebook is not going to send out an email that's going to have grammatical errors or typos. That's immediately a red flag. Also, beware of direct messages you might receive that have a link. Um, Hackers will attempt to scare you or to pique your curiosity. A very common one is a message, you'll get a direct message from someone you think is a friend, will say, "What are you doing in this picture?" And you click on the link and it pops up with a Facebook-looking screen, but you need to log in. Immediately take a step back, look at the address bar. Is it the right address? www.facebook.com. Look through the whole line. Be very cautious because you know these threat actors are getting smarter and smarter. They want to steal your information, and once they have that information, then they can go in as you in your account because if you've been hacked, if you've given them your username and password, then they can pretend to be you. Think about good, strong passwords. We promote and preach, shoot for 10, 15 to 16 character passwords. And if you do a phrase, then it's super simple. And you can do letter substitutions where you substitute, the letter E with a 3 or the number, an O with a 0. Get get a little creative, and it really is very easy to remember those. Now, what to do to protect yourself from being spoofed? The biggest thing there is being conscious of your security settings. And you can do that pretty simply when you log into Facebook. And I'm going to try to successfully share my screen here. Go right here like this. This is the Facebook screen. This is the page that will talk to you and share with you about what to do if someone is pretending to be you. So that will be the direct link will be in the show notes. But if you are in Facebook, and I'm having difficulty finding the right screen, let's go to this one right here. When you log into Facebook, over on the right-hand side, there is a little drop-down arrow. It's account. And when you click on it, one of the options is setting and privacy. And that will bring you to this window. I encourage you, get in the habit of periodically going in here, checking who can see your information, um, how to keep your account secure. Utilize the tools that Facebook gives you to protect your information. Also, don't accept friend requests from people you don't know, or duplicate friend request of people you do know. Ask, why are you creating one? I recently had a situation where I wasn't friends with a person anymore, and I reached out to them, and she said, "Oh yeah, I had to redo my account." Well, I had gotten a friend request from her, but because it was a second friend request, I ignored it. I assumed her account had been spoofed. Um, I've had people say, "Well, I work at these camps and I want, the students that I encounter to be able to reach out to me." I would encourage you, if you're that type of situation where you're kind of, in ministry or in the public eye, have a Facebook page that is separate from your personal Facebook page. So, that's kind of, it for today. Think before you click, whether it's an email, a direct message, a text message. These threat actors attack in many different ways. They even go old school by calling you and trying to get information from you. Anytime it's, dealing with your personal information, bank accounts, your email, even your utilities, if they're calling you asking for information or saying you haven't made a payment, Say, "You know what? Let me call you back." And then you find the proper number. You contact them. Same thing with your social media. Always be looking at the permissions, the security of your different social media platforms, and be a little skeptical. Cautiously optimistic is a favorite phrase of mine as far as accepting friend requests. Make sure you know that person. So, with that as a reminder, if you've got questions later on, you can give us a call. I'm sorry, you can give us a call at 626-815-5050, or best yet, email us at iso@apu.edu. And hopefully we will be back next. I can talk. Back next month with Sean with us here again. And until then, have a great day.